Yo-ho, yo-ho, hee-ya, hee-yay, hee-ya, hee-yay, yo-ho, hee-ya, yo-ho, hee-ya. Is a wolf song, and it's singing about the howling and the calling of the wolves. So I think it's very important that if we want to wake up our spirit and our responsibility around caring for the wolves, that we can do so through this song. Hey, hey, Nuu-chah-nulth. A wolf in Nuu-chah-nulth culture is very sacred. We view the wolf like a spirit guide, so we respect the wolf for its characteristics and taking care of the environment and its family, so it's a very special animal. The wolves and Huu-ay-aht, their relationship goes back to the beginning of time. One of my favorite stories that I like to tell of the first people of Huu-ay-aht is that they were called to this place by life. The original life givers is like the sun and the moon, and life needed a companion, and the companion to life is actually spirit. Many people think the companion is death, but death is a part of life. The real true companion to life is the spirit, and it's in that spirit of unity and loyalty and family that we look at the wolf, to aspire for ourselves. Ultimately, we do want the wolves to remain wild, so we have to think of what is our part in this.
It's, I think, important to let everybody know that everybody has a role and some responsibility in showing the wolves respect or ESOC. Coming prepared with a bit of information, most of all giving them space, so not trying to seek out wolves for interactions or for photographs or just purely for that interaction. So really respecting that that's their home, it's the families of wolves, it's their hauthli, and giving them that space. And then even more importantly, making sure we don't give them access to food. So that can be intentionally feeding, but also not taking care of our stuff. Maybe if we're out camping, making sure we're managing our food, our attractants, because that can really be detrimental to the wolves. If they learn to associate people with food and a food handout, it can have a negative impact on them for sure.
Until recently, we didn't have any written language. So much of our culture was dependent on this being said over and over again and taught over and over again, so that you had to be able to repeat it enough times so that it became, well understood and well known. I noticed that one of our group here was acknowledging the totem poles, and on one side we have the quiet seek, which is in my language a wolf, and on the other side we have the kakawin, which is the orca, and I think those two might be universal words too as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, kakawad. They're close, really close, which are a few words that are quite universal, and it's quite it's a good thing to have, diversity, because we can share not only in our own language and our own experience, but also just realize that we are really connected. We can hear it in our language, in our words. I think one of the most important features of those two those two. Like I even have it on my drum here, where you can see the outline of it is the orca, and you can see on the inside of it that it's a wolf, because it's got the claws and the paws and the tail. So it's kind of like in transformation. And for us, in my stories, we say that we kind of like had an unwritten rule that the only two animals in the natural world that were never hunted by man was the wolf and the orca, because we believe that they're almost like extensions of our being, but they're like the people that made the forest their home. Huu-ay-aht Huu-ay-aht Huu-huu-huu. Motto of the story is, it says that in our canoe, the best way to move forward is by paddling together. I think if there was anything I wanted to say to our youth is to be that powerful symbol, to be the wolf, and to take care and reciprocate. That in our culture, it's the wolves that take care of our ceremonies, our events, whether they're modern or traditional. They have a role and a responsibility, and now we have an opportunity to reciprocate that and take care of the wolves in turn, because at the end of the day, we want the wolves to remain wild.
To reduce our impact on the wolves, we used footage that had been previously shot of coastal wolves. All was taken using a telephoto lens at a distance of over 100 meters.